Hello internet and welcome back to some more Jade Renewed Fate Fantasy. This is a sponsored video as usual, and today we have an armor guide for you guys. You see, as you play through the game, your entire deal is to make sure your power level are increase and progress your account slowly. In the end, you're gonna realize in Journey, right? The characters and the enemies you meet are going to be harder and harder to deal with, and you may not be able to handle them just by leveling up anymore. One of the best ways in this game for you to gain power for all of your characters is by equipping armor on your characters right here. Before we dive into how you get armor, let's just understand the amount of sets that we have in the game and what they do. Anyway, in the process, I'll have to show you where you get armor anyways in challenge under Cosmos Cultivation right here. Here you have 3 different game modes, each of which will drop different sets of armor. Attack is a 4-piece set that gets you 36% extra attack. Health is a 2-piece set that gets you 18% HP. And then you have a defense 2-piece set which also gets you 18% defense. So that is what you get from completing Immortal Junyuan as a stage. Now if you find Realm Training in the middle, you get different ones like crit damage piece. 4-piece gets you 40%. You got hit set here that gets you 20% effect hit rate. You have res set here that gets you 20% F res, which they all do different things and is suited for different characters. For Desert Breeze, which you get counter attack set, 30% chance to counter when attacked if you have a 4-piece set on. Lifesteal, recover station by absorbing 30% of damage now when attacking, and these are generally PvP armor sets for certain characters only. Now that you understand the amount of sets that we have in the game, it's time to take a look at what characters take what sets. Now a very general beginner explanation, because honestly it's still about 1 week in only. So generally speaking, you want characters that deal damage to be on attack set or crit rate set or crit damage set. These 3 sets are able to help you gain more damage stats, which is crit rate, crit damage that helps you crit, or attack that just helps you do more damage. And then you have someone like say Princess Peacock, which is supposed to survive more and heal up your team. You want her to be on high HP, so I threw her the health set. Now there is a set named the speed set as well, which gives you speed, which generally helps every character, or at least most character, right? There are a lot of characters that would prefer speed. For example, even for a healer, having high speed is never a bad thing. And once you understand how this entire armor system works, you're able to realize, oh, for a DPS like Nerja, I want him to do more damage. Therefore, I'm going for a 4-piece attack with 2 crit sets that I find that is available in my account. Now to dive deeper into each of these armor pieces though, what do they have? What are they about? Here you see different color gradings, right? This goes from white to green to blue to purple and then to gold. And the closer you are to gold, the better the quality of your armor. On the screen right now, you see 6 pieces of armor, and I'm gonna break down every single one of them to let you know what you're looking at. On the top left one here, you got this crown, which has a flat HP as their main stat. Now the main stat will be the first stat you see, which is also color graded as yellow right here with the text, right? This flat HP cannot change, but some other positions of armor might be able to have different main stat that we'll touch later, right? Green colored armor can only get up to +6. So moving on, then we have this blue gear right here, which is the Golden Jade wrist. It has the main stat of the yellow color right here. It says flat attack. This cannot be changed. You can only get wrists with attack flat. And now you'll notice that this is at +9 in Hassle level because it is a blue and therefore rarer than the green variant. You're gonna get the rarer and more valuable variant as you go through the harder stages in Cosmos Cultivation. And then we have this Golden Jade armor, which has defense flat stat as the main stat. Again, this cannot be changed. And finally, we have the boots. Now this boot has flat attack as main stat, but boots is one of the 3 armors that can have different main stats. If you take a look at the left side of my screen here, I have this boot, which is on defense bonus %. We have here, which has HP % bonus. Here we have attack % bonus as well. Here which HP %. And the rarest of all, or rather the most unique of all, will be a speed main stat boots, which is the only armor out of the 6 that can have a main speed stat. It's on the boots, right? Moving up next, we have top right here, we have the Lotus Bloom skirt, which has a main stat of attack bonus %. Now this is the second out of the 3 armor that can have different main stats. Here I have attack % bonus, and if you farm more, you will get maybe HP % bonus. You'll maybe get defense % bonus. And for this slot right here, it is quite unique because you can also get crit rate or crit damage, which is the only armor out of the 6 that can get that stat. stats. And finally, we have the bottom right here. We got a Lotus Bloom Circle, which has the main stat of attack bonus %, and this is the third out of the 3 armor that can have different main stats. You may be able to attain this armor with effect hit rate or effect res as the unique 2 main stats among the normal main stats like the attack %, HP %, defense %, or flat HP, flat attack, flat defense. These are really important stuff because you want to get rarer armor on the right set with the right main stat with ideal substats as well in order for you to perfectly build a character. Now that that's out the way, you understand what are you looking for, it is time for me to tell you where do you look for these armor. If you go into challenge and go into Cosmos Cultivation, you're gonna see 3 boats right here, and simply put, you gotta defeat them. However though, by defeating them, the things that you get are quite random. Because think about it, you have different sets with different main stats with 6 different positions of your armor, right? How in the world are you going to get what you want? It's gonna be really tough, which is why we need to not just farm it, we need to forge armor of our choice. So for example, I'm gonna go to Nerja here and go to his armor. I realized that this Lotus Bloom skirt is on attack % bonus. It is not bad for a DPS, but I would much prefer, say, a crit damage % or crit rate %, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on here and you'll read Forge. Click on Forge and you'll be redirected to this page right here. This is where you can craft gears based on the materials that you get by defeating Cosmos Cultivation as well. The more you defeat them, the more resources you'll get. And here I have 295 of the condensed light, which can be used to forge purple armor or rare armor. So I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to go ahead and forge 5 right away, and I'll show you like if it's easy or not to get something useful, right? And just then you just saw I got no crit rate or crit damage stuff, but I did get some attack bonus stuff though, which hey, if I have to use it, I will. And let's just finish up the forge. We got another attack % bonus. Have not seen crit rate or crit damage yet, and voila, there we go. That's my first crit damage. And the substats has flat attack and crit rate % as well. This is perfect for Nerja, and I'm gonna upgrade it as well and bring you through the upgrade process, right? And here we go. I have it equipped, and I'm going to go ahead and enhance this piece right here. I'm gonna go for +3 now, and right here you will notice that it says enhance to +12 to unlock new secondary stats. If your gear does not have fully 4 substats, you can enhance them to get more stats. I'm gonna go ahead and start with +3 for now, and let's just see what do we get. We got a rolling tough flat HP, not the best. I'm gonna go for +6 now. And we did get crit rate, which is perfect. Now we're gonna go to +9, and we did get flat attack. Not the best, but not the worst either. And here I'm gonna go to 11, and I'm gonna realize I ran out of resources. So what I have to do is either recycle my armor pieces, or I could just feed it right away. You know what? For the sake of showcasing, I'm gonna feed a couple of white ones, right? These are whatever. I'm never gonna really use up anymore at this rate. There we go. Ideally, you want to recycle them first, though. I'm gonna go ahead and enhance it, and I did get effect hit rate as the new stat here. My camera's blocking it, but yep, right there. Effect hit rate is what I've unlocked at +12. Different armor is gonna unlock different stats differently. For example, if I hit enhance here on this green one, I'm gonna get new secondary stats at +6. The rarity goes from white to green to blue to purple and then to gold. The closer you are to gold, the better your odds are getting a armor with fully 4 substats equipped, and you just have to enhance them into your existing substats, right? That's how you get really high stats. And in any case, I have just done fully upgraded this skirt, and it is decent, not the best though. However, that did make my Nerja now reach the point of 52 crit rate and 192 crit damage. With his kit, that means I should be able to guarantee 100% crit with my ult at this point, and I'll show you just how much damage armor can bring you, right? I'm gonna go ahead and find realm training right here. I'm gonna go ahead and go to stage 9. Speaking of which as well, you only unlock the rightmost 2 armor slots if you beat stage 9, which is what I urge you to do. In order to beat it though, here we have this team. It's a fairly free-to-play team. You can pick Princess Peacock from the selector. Nerja, you may have to get lucky for a little bit, but at this point, if you reach this point, you should have at least more characters than what I'm using. I'm still using a relatively free-to-play team here with Wordless Scripture and still the Black Bear Spirit. I'm gonna go ahead and start, and I'm not gonna auto Scripture to go ahead and use my ultimate ability right there. It's not gonna do too much because my armor is not there yet, but here we have Nerja. Now that I have the crit damage armor piece on, I now have this self crit rate up as well at 50%. At this moment in time, Noja has 100% crit rate. I guarantee that I'm gonna crit, and look at the damage. Compare that amount of damage to everyone that just took a turn. It's really different, right? So yeah, just like that, the fact that you have armor that's enhanced, you're gonna do so much more damage than anyone else. It's like a whole different game, right? Here we have Word of Scripture again. I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully get Noja as the ally that helps me attack. I did not though, but all good. Noja should take a turn soon. Here I land a defense down with Wukong as well, so this should hurt quite a bit here. Boom, I should activate it again. There we go. Quite a chunk of damage right there, and I did crit, right? So that is the difference maker, and that is what you want to aim for in this game. Try and get to stage 9 for starters. Start getting more sets, start getting more main stats, and the main stats you need on the right most armor, and that's how you get more stats and fully build out your characters, right? And by progressing more, you'll be able to unlock gold armor eventually, and those are the truly endgame gears where you want to put that on all of your characters eventually, and wreak havoc for any PvE or PvP content with your increased power level. And the final thing that I like to showcase to you will be another way for you to gain more customizable armor pieces, because you might tell me, wow, these is still a lot of RNG, you will never get the piece that you want. Here's how you get the piece that you really want. So if we go back to armor right here, I'm gonna click on Forge again. Just then I showed you how to do regular forges, where if you get enough of these resources from just farming, you'll be able to get your armor. However, there's a lot of randomness to it, especially with the belt and accessories. The main stats are always different. In order for you to choose the main stat that you want to be able to obtain Realm Fortune here. You can see I have 52 out of 2000 right there. Take a look at the information right here. You'll notice in order to obtain Realm Fortune, I need to forge more armor. If I forge a rare armor, I get 4 points. If I forge a supreme armor, which is basically gold armor, I get 8 points. Do note though, you have to make sure to spend some of these. You don't want to get 2000 of these and be hard limited, right? You want to keep on getting more Realm Fortunes, and by getting more Realm Fortunes, take a look at the bottom right here. You can switch from regular mode to fortune mode right there, and you'll notice a different mode here. I'm gonna go and click on the plus icon, and you realize, wow, here I can choose any set that I would like plus any main stat that I would like. So let's say for this necklace, I want FRS. This is for my healer, right? So I'm gonna confirm right there, and if I get 16 Realm Fortune, I can forge it with my own chosen main stat. This effectively lowers the RNG factor by a lot, right? Now do remember as well, there's no point to fortune forge these front 3 armor anyway, because they have fixed primary stat. Make sure to just spend it on the latter 3 pieces where you have multiple main stats, right? And that will be all for today. I hope I helped you out, and that is all. Take care.